and welcome to my presentation for the IMC campaign, Sony Animation. My name is Jeffry Martinez, and I'm currently taking the Strategic Communication Planning and Writing class. And to start for my presentation, I plan on going over Sony Animation, and basically I want to reinvigorate a campaign for them to require them to improve on their working relations with their own animators, and also improving the working conditions with the animators themselves within the actual company, ever since there have been some reports regarding the Across the Spider-Verse incident last year, with how a lot of multiple animators quit throughout a duration of an entire year, and they basically couldn't handle it anymore. And my IMC campaign plans to focus on in regarding improving those relations and making sure that there's a positive brand image behind Sony Animation. So other than that, let us get started. So for my audiences, my target audiences were basically the animators, the college students, the activists, and animation enthusiasts. And I basically chose that target audience because they're basically a group that loves to animate and improve upon the animation atmosphere in regard to that. And for my influencing audience, I plan on focusing on the brand itself. And for Sony Animation, I think it's important for them to establish a firm grasp on how they want to present a positive image. And of course, I want to concentrate on the original art visualization in its images to improve the working relations with Sony's animators and the animation company itself. And it's very interesting how, doing my research, I found that Sony Animation wants to basically pursue more of these relations with animation, but at the same time, I want them to improve upon the actual things that are going on behind the scenes, and making sure that that is executed in a manner that presents them in a positive light and gives the animators a chance to shine on these obstacles and basically improve upon that. And the theory that I basically applied was the communication engagement theory. And to go more in that is more so basically talking about how to engage an audience and communicating with them in an effective manner where it doesn't isolate them and not try to completely deconstruct the audiences and not capture their attention. And as I mentioned here, focusing more on engaging the audience. And how would I pursue that? I would basically start by basically gathering a focus group, and of course hiring a spokesperson, but I'll get to that in a minute. But in regards to engaging them, I want to focus on being able to improve upon that and making sure that not a lot of things go on the hand, and engaging the audience by having surveys, by improving upon how they see Sony Animation as a brand, and how the animators could deserve some equal pay, and how I'm able to pursue that is in a manner that gives effect to the way and how the brand is initiated. And there are certain obstacles in how to pursue this, because the audience basically tries to talk to Sony and basically tell them to actually pursue action and try to improve upon the relations that the company develops with its animators in regards to that. And the three tactics that I want to apply and go more elaborate on is the spokesperson, which combines the public relations and the advertising atmosphere. And what better spokesperson for Sony Animation will be Genndy Tarkovsky, who's a former animator for Samurai Jack, the Powerpuff Girls, and currently Primal, and a lot of other things that he has directed, such as the Hotel Transylvania movies. And he's basically the perfect spokesperson to talk about this, because he is very praised by a lot of animators, and including a lot of people in Sony Animation, and he's basically perfect for the role of initiating this campaign. sure that everything is going in the right track. And in my visual verbal messages, I want to apply television advertising by basically showing ads in regarding to like career opportunities for animators at Sony Animation, and basically hiring the people that are interested, as I mentioned, in my target audience, such as the college students themselves that are currently taking classes at the animation departments and all around the university. And of course, creating out-of-home and public advertising through many services of transportation, even around Times Square, even through the buses, through the trains, the subways, through anything in between, where it basically shows the campaign in a manner that is basically out there, and a lot of people know about Sony's animation reputation and improving upon that image in a positive manner. And in conclusion, I think it's important to highlight why we need to improve Sony and how those emotions are driven into place, and how we're able to commend that and to properly understand why we need to improve upon that, and have the animators feel more respected than what they are as of right now. Because I feel like I want to like try and over deliver this campaign as much as I can, and visualize the audience's perspective by under promising certain aspects about improving animators' pay and making sure that equal pay is understandably basically addressed, and try to establish those working conditions in a manner that situation that happened last year with the Across the Spider-Verse film